Hey, this is Briana Babineaux, and you're listening to WHBC 96.3 HD3.
WHBC 96.3 HD3. We have a very special guest in the building. I'm super excited. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey everybody, this is Briana. How y'all doing?
So, you're here, Bobby Jones.
Yes.
How is it? Are you excited? How do you feel?
I'm super excited. This is a mind-blowing experience for me. So, I'm kind of nervous, but I am very excited about it.
So, people consider you the Justin Bieber of gospel music. How do you feel when you hear that title?
That's pretty big, being who Justin Bieber is. I'm just thankful, everything that's been happening to me in my life, So to be put on that platform with him, it's a humbling experience for me.
Okay, so tell me about this video because, everyone's seen it. We've seen it. And I just want to know, was that just like you and your friends getting together and you just started worshiping? Like, how did it work?
Okay, so about the video. Last year, I would say around Christmas time, I was going through like a tough time in my life. And my friends were getting together. And we do this thing called Young People for Christ. And we get together and we do like these big worship sessions. And they called me and they say, hey, we're going to get together. We want you to come. So I went. And I began to sing Make Me Over by Tone. And girl, I began to release everything that I was going through. A lot of my pain, the hurt that people couldn't see, I began to release it all in the song. And at that time, as I began to sing, I began to make God a vow, telling him, God, whatever you want me to do, God, I'm here to do it. God, if family walk away, if friends turn their back on me, that's okay, because I'm still going to bless your name and give you all the praise that you deserve. So that's basically how that all came about.
One thing I love about your videos, anytime you sing, you close your eyes. And for me, being somebody who's been in church my whole life, we've all seen people who have an anointed voice but can get up on stage, kill a song, but didn't mean a word they said. And it's blatantly obvious that when you sing a song, it's not about whoever's around you. It's not about what's in the room, the music, if the piano is tuned right. It's not about that to you. You instantly close your eyes and you go into worship. And I think when I watched that video, that was my reaction. Like, I was, someone's like, oh, this girl's, you see it on Facebook. You're like, let me click this. I said, what's this girl's name? Somebody needs to tell me this girl's name. I was stalking your Instagram all night long. Wow. I was like, yo, this girl is anointed.
Wow. Thank you.
So have you grown up always singing?
I started singing when I was 3. I was singing in church. My dad is a pastor, so I'm a praise and worship leader at the church. So music has always been a part of my family. Never was something that I wanted to do. I just kind of fell into it, basically.
And I read that you turned down a lot of labels that wanted you to do secular music. How did that work?
Well, I kept my parents involved in everything that I did.
Right.
And whatever decision that I made, I prayed about it, and I wanted to be at peace with every decision, whatever I made. I wanted to be sure that, okay, if I'm gonna do this, I'm not gonna regret it, So, and it didn't faze me of who was coming to me and talking to me and who the people were. That didn't mean it. I didn't want to sell myself, and I wanted to be secure in what I was doing, and I had to be sure that God was in everything that I did.
Right. And when I read that, I was like, I'm glad she made that decision, because there's a lot of artists, and I'm not gonna name them, but there's a lot of artists that have church voices that are in secular music and they don't do well, but that's because their voice was not meant for that music. Mm-hmm. that their voice and gift was not for that genre. Mm-hmm. A gospel singer from a pop singer. You do. So if you would have went pop, like, I could just see, your anointing is really with gospel music. And I was like, I'm so glad she made that decision. Because I figured as soon as that video went millions, because when I looked at it, I feel like I was late. You said you made that last year. So mind you, I seen it a couple months ago. Wow. So, what I mean? And that says something about your voice, because it's still going. You know what I mean? That video, anytime I said, oh, she's coming to the station today, they're like, oh, her. Like, it's that powerful. Wow. So how have things changed for you since this has happened?
Things has changed a lot. Oh God, it's exciting, but it's also, I have to be on, not really my A game, but I have to be mindful of whatever I do, because I do have people looking up to me and looking at me, and I just want to be different, and I want to show people a difference in me. Right. I'm still in school. Right. I'm supposed to graduate next fall, so
come on, girl. Yes.
Oh, girl, I'm so ready to be done with school. Lord have mercy.
Come on.
But it has changed. Things has changed, but I just take this as far as what I'm doing as ministry. So I've been doing ministry forever, so I just take it as that.
Right. And again, even though it's ministry, you've broken gospel records. You have done things that no gospel artist has ever done in history. How does that make you feel?
It's humbling. And I just know it's nobody but God. It's all him. I know it's not me. You know, it's everything that has happened, you know, even with the video going viral, it's all been God and his time and his plan for me in my life.
So had this video, let's say, not gone viral, you would have graduated in the fall. What do you think you would have been doing?
Graduated in the fall, trying to get in somebody's, I wanted to be a lawyer, so probably getting somebody's law program. And still doing praise and worship at my daddy's church. That's probably about it.
And so what do you see yourself doing in the next couple of years? Like what can we look forward to in the next couple of years from you?
I guess me just growing as an individual, growing as an artist, and expanding and seeing what else God has in store for me in my life.
See, I think one thing is very difficult, because I'm also a PK. But one thing that's also, I think, very difficult sometimes is the standard people have for you, and also being young. Like you said, you want to grow into who you are. Sometimes it's difficult to, you know, when you haven't really figured out who you are. Yeah. Not even in the spiritual sense, but just as a person. And then you're in this pedestal now that's been instant. You know, it's difficult.
Yeah, I don't know why they do that. And it's crazy. I'm like, why y'all put me way up there? Like, you know, I fall sometimes and I make mistakes, right. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I mean, I'm human, you know, but right. I know what I'm supposed to be doing and I know what I'm not supposed to be doing. You know, we all make mistakes at times, but it's when you get up and you dust yourself off and you don't go back to those same mistakes that you made. Right.
And as far as what has been the response for young women, because I mean you're a young woman, early 20s, standing up for God. What is it? What is your ministry like? What have people reached out to you, telling you how you've inspired them?
They have. I've gotten so many testimonies from young girls, even testimonies about people wanting to commit suicide, on the verge of committing suicide, and they listen to the video, and you know, and they change their whole mindset, and they wanted to know God for themselves. I mean, it's a blessing that I can inspire so many young girls and so many people. It's a blessing to me.
So, that being said, your voice is powerful. Very, very powerful. Very distinct. And I want to know who musically influences you.
To be honest, this could be surprising. I love quartet music. I grew up on, like, the Ken Spirituals, like, you know, William Brothers. Like, quartet music is my thing. I guess because, you know, a lot of them, they face different adversities and they sung about those adversities that they face, and the same with me. Singing to me is like my prayer to God, and I'm telling him everything that I'm going through and needing him to do in my life. And right. I felt like that's how I connect with listening to, you know, the quartet music, because they do what I do.
So that being said, I really hope, because this is the feel I get from your voice when we get this album, which we're about to come to. But I'm just hoping, because you got this powerful praise and worship, and I want to hear that on the album. Like, I just need a song for you to go in. Like,
yes.
So are you writing songs, or how is this working, this process?
I'm in the process of writing a song now. I had put like a little clip on Instagram just to kind of see the feedback and what I would get. Right. And people actually like drew to it. So I'm writing a song, and it's a worship song. Just God had been dealing with me about Jacob and how Jacob wrestled with an angel, you know, and he told the angel, you know, I'm not going to let you go until you bless me. And I mean, God had kept, you know, bringing that to my remembrance. And so I was like, okay, well, I'm going to write a song about that, because everything that I've been singing, I've always led back to that. Right. You know, so I wanted to write a song, you know, basically talking about I won't let go. God, I need you to move for me in my life. Right. So I hope that turns out good, which I'm sure it probably will.
Has this started your writing process, or have you always been writing music?
No.
You just been singing?
I just been singing.
It's interesting to tap into that, though, because it's harder, I think, than what people think. And, you know, even though you have a lot of feelings towards God, it's sometimes hard to put that, you know.
I'm one of them people.
Yeah.
It's really, I think about it too much. Yeah. I make it harder than what it really is.
Yeah. I think once you get that first album, though, you'll definitely start to get more comfortable. So what can we expect from the album? Tell us a little bit. When is it supposed to drop?
It's supposed to drop in the fall. And you can probably expect a little bit of everything. I'm probably going to touch up a little bit of everything. So just keep keep y'all minds just ready to embrace whatever it is.
Okay. Well, we want to thank you so much for being a part of the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, we want to wish you good luck. We definitely huge fans here. Your voice is anointed. May God bless you, keep you, and push you forward. Again, y'all, this is WHBC 96.3 HD3. But before we go, we're going to play your newest single, Holy Spirit. So, everybody, we hope you enjoy. Again, I'm Leah. And
I'm Bree, everybody.
All right, check her out. She's gonna be on Bobby Jones Gospel, so we'll see that.
Yes.
Keep her in your prayers, keep her lifted up. Please and do. We'll see you soon. All right.
I'll be the one. You can find me, Lord, in your temple.